Hi everyone, this is the Simulative one. Today we are going to be having a look at Train Simulator 2015. Woohoo! You can buy this on the Steam sale right now for £9.99, which is a complete steal. It's a fantastic, fantastic simulator. So grab it while it's cheap. If you don't get it in the sale, it goes up to £19.99, so it's 50% off currently. Also worth noting is all the expansion packs, DLC and whatnot are half price or more as well. So the game is £9.99 in the sale, £19.99 outside of the sale, and DLC, you get two types of DLC for Train Simulator. You get route expansions and you get train expansions. Now route expansions give you new lines to drive on. There are loads and loads of them in the Steam store. Go and have a look for yourself. I'm sure there is something that you would like to drive on there. Just from the main menu you can see there's Liverpool, Manchester right there. Currently that's at £12.99 in the Steam store during the sale, but that will go up to £25 outside of the sale, which I think is a little expensive. It costs more than the game itself, but saying that, they do put a lot of effort into making these, and they are really, really, really detailed. So it's fantastic, and you do get a new train to drive as well when you download that. When you buy trains, they're currently £5.99 in the sale. They go up to £12.99 outside of the sale. So I guess the DLC is a little pricey, but the quality and craftsmanship that goes into making them is second to none. It is worth noting that when you download a route expansion, you do usually get new trains to drive, but you can only drive those trains that you get with the route in that route only. So you can't drive those trains in any other routes, which is a bit annoying, but it kind of forces you to go and buy the train separately for £5.99 to give you the luxury of being able to drive it wherever you want. So right now in the Steam sale, everything is a good bargain, but outside of the sale, maybe a little bit too expensive. Right, so let's jump in and have a look at the game, shall we? We've got a really nice simple menu going on here. Let's go into drive. This is where all the main action happens, I guess. So you've got four modes. You've got quick drive, career, standard and free roam. Quick drive allows you to just pick a train, pick a route, pick your weather, jump in and get going. If you go to career, this gives you I guess missions to complete for each route. So we have a look. I've got London to Brighton expansion pack here, and it comes with 6 missions to complete, I guess. It gives you what train you'll be driving, how long it usually takes to complete the mission, difficulty. This one seems to come with like really difficult mission packs, whether you've completed it or not. You can get new, I guess, scenarios to complete via the Steam Workshop, which expands your expansion packs even more, but the ones it comes with usually are pretty good. Standard basically allows you to do missions without the need for being perfect, really. You can do these and you don't have to worry about being completely on time. It basically just gives you a little thing to jump into and get going and give you something to do without you having to go through everything and set it all up. Free roam, a little bit like quick drive, except you basically pick somewhere, you start, and then you can just select any train that's sort of around your general area and get going. So I'll go through these with a lot more detail. In quick drive, we've got our train. Now you can select any train you want that you have, and most of these I've got here are DLC, but you do get a good selection of trains with the game when you buy it. So I'm going to pick a Class 67. This doesn't come with the game. This is an expansion that I bought, £5.99 in the Steam sale. So when you select your train, you can then select what you want to attach to your train. So you can have mail coaches, Caledonian sleeper coaches. Well, that's all I've got in this one. But you can basically just choose the livery of your train and what you have attached to your train. So if we confirm that, if we click on the train again, we can customize our train, so we can make our own sort of like consists. It does take a little bit of getting used to doing this, but we can select maybe diesel locomotive and a class 66. Okay, that's not going to load, that's not playing ball. Class 55, oh, alright, class 43. Ooh, this isn't working for me today. Ah, there we go. Okay, cool. A little bit sluggish, but it should load. Class 220, Voyager, cross country. Come on, load up. I'm just going to insert it. See what happens. There we go. Right. So we got our Voyager. Some of you in the UK will probably have seen these knocking around. They're crap, but let's not speak about that. You can then build up your train and make it really as long as you want. You can insert these in the wrong order. Let's budge this along a bit, put them in the right order. There we go. And build up a train. So there we go, we've got 4 coaches. Let's dump another one on the end for good luck. Insert and then flip it. There we go, we've made our own little train. So you do get a good amount of customization, so you're not stuck with what they give you. You can make up your own trains as well, as long as they don't conflict. Like, it's got to be done properly. You've got to basically match up class 220 carriages to class 220 driving cars and whatnot. So, but you can really make them as long as you want, and you can do this with anything. You get electric locomotives as well, so we've got class 375 there. Being very sluggish today. There we go. So we've got a carriage of a class 375 there. You probably could not put that in to this mix-up down here. Well, what do you know? It does actually go. Fair enough. So yeah, you can do that, but it'll probably look a bit stupid. Alright, let's come back out of here. Back to our quick drive. So next on the list, we got our route. So most of these I've got a DLC, but you do get the Great Western Main Line, East Coast Main Line, Royal Sieg Line, and you also get the Cajun Pass, and you also get Headborough North, which isn't in here, but that's a shunting yard. You do get that included with the game as well. But my DLC is you also get the Somerset Dorset Joint Railway as well. My DLC is the Portsmouth, London, Cecil Carlisle, London Faversham, West Coast Main Line, Great Eastern Main Line, London Ipswich, Edinburgh to Glasgow, Riviera, Isles of Wight, and Midland Main Line, London St Pancras to Bedford. So I'll be providing a lot of videos on those. Okay, so you can select a route. I'll go for London Bedford, and then you can select where you want to depart from and where you want to go to. So I'm going to go St Pancras Thameslink to Luton Airport Parkway, and that'll create your journey. So you'll start at St Pancras Thameslink, and the scenario will end at Luton Airport Parkway. You can go the whole route if you really want to. So you can go St Pancras to Bedford, and that'll be the full route. Okay, so then you've got the seasons: summer, autumn, winter, spring. I'm sure you don't need that reading out to you. And then you've got weather. You get clear, cloudy, foggy, raining, stormy, overcast, cloudy snow, or clear again. And then there's a clock, but I'm fairly sure I don't need to tell you how to use a clock. Right, moving on to the career. Now, there's a few ways you can sift through all the career bits and pieces. You can select a train you want to drive. So, I want to drive that Pacer. So it'll automatically put you onto the route that it runs on, and it'll filter out the scenarios that you can play using that train. You cannot change the weather. This is set by the scenario that you've picked. So stormy consequences, autumn storm, 7:49 in the morning, and that is a hard scenario to do, and it is quite hard, I'll give it that. But you can also sort by the routes as well. So I want to do Edinburgh to Glasgow. If it loads, give it some time. There we go. It'll automatically pick the train for me, and it will filter the results again. Going into standard mode, we can do exactly the same and pick trains. put it onto the route automatically and give us a little scenario to get ourselves going with as well. So it's very much like the career mode, apart from the fact it's not as pedantic when it comes to taking your score. Moving on to the free roam mode, we can literally pick anything we want. Alright, I'll have that steam engine. Alright. Went straight to class 37 for some reason, and puts us into Hebron North. If you go into this, it'll literally just load up the world, and you can fly around using your keyboard and click on any train you want and drive it. So that's really good fun. So that's that. Moving on to the profile, in here you just have your statistics. This is really only useful if you're doing career mode. There's my Steam name, add me if you really want to. Shows your achievements, my friends, and your level, your favourite route, your favourite loco, and how many scenarios you failed or completed. I'm not entirely sure where it gets these numbers from, because I'm sure I have not failed the same number of scenarios as I've completed, but who am I to ask that question? Right, moving on. You can see what you've bought. These are things you've bought, and routes, all the routes you've got. Workshop, these are where you can see your subscribed routes through and scenarios through the workshop. And marketplace, I've never really understood. There's nothing going on in here. I can change all these, nothing at all will show up, so I'm not entirely sure what this page is. Maybe it's a feature that's yet to be implemented. Back to main menu, we've got build. I'm not going to open this because it'll take forever, but basically in the build mode you can build your own routes, so you can have absolute 100% fun making your own little worlds to drive around in, or make a big circular track and try and derail a million trains at once. The academy, if we load this up, might take a second. In here you can learn basically to drive a train. There are all sorts of different tutorials on controls, driving the train, safety, signalling. It's a really good place to sort of like get to know how to drive trains, because some trains have really advanced controls, so just jumping in and trying to drive might fail completely, especially with steam trains, because you got to know how to work the regulator, the valves, the reverser properly, and it can get really complicated. So there's also a tutorial mode as well, which will give you a couple of tutorials depending on what train you pick. I've only got 2 going on in here. So back to the main menu. Engine driver, in here that just literally loads up the website. Very much the same as just basically clicking on the community button when you go into drive. And then the store will literally take you to the store. So there we go, we have Train Simulator 2015. I will be making some videos very soon regarding some of the new DLC that I've got, doing in-depth looks at trains, routes, expansions, whatever. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and await new videos from me, I guess. Thank you and goodbye.